Subhash Chandra Bose, a name synonymous with unwavering patriotism and revolutionary zeal, was born on January 23, 1897 in Cuttack, India. This small town, nestled in the eastern part of the country, would unknowingly become the birthplace of one of India's most formidable freedom fighters. Growing up in a large and affluent family, Bose was instilled with a strong sense of Indian culture and tradition. His upbringing was steeped in the rich heritage of his homeland, and he was surrounded by the values and customs that defined Indian society at the time. His father, Janakinath Bose, was a prominent lawyer, while his mother, Prabhavati Devi, was a devout woman known for her piety. Janakinath's legal acumen and Prabhavati's spiritual devotion created a nurturing environment that shaped young Subhash's character and beliefs. Bose's academic journey began at the Protestant European School in Cuttack, where he excelled in his studies. His early education laid a strong foundation for his intellectual pursuits, and he quickly became known for his sharp mind and keen interest in learning. He later moved to Ravenshaw Collegiate School, where he first encountered nationalist ideas that would leave an indelible mark on his young mind. It was here that he began to question the status quo and develop a deep-seated desire for India's independence. It was during this time that the seeds of patriotism were sown within him, nurtured by the stories of India's glorious past and the ignominious reality of British rule. The tales of valor and sacrifice from India's history ignited a fire in his heart, compelling him to dream of a free and sovereign nation. After completing his schooling, Bose enrolled at Presidency College in Calcutta, an institution renowned for its intellectual vigor and nationalist fervor. The vibrant academic atmosphere of Presidency College provided Bose with the perfect platform to further his education and engage with like-minded individuals. Here, he immersed himself in philosophy, history, and literature, further deepening his understanding of India's struggle for freedom. His studies were not just academic exercises, but a means to equip himself with the knowledge and wisdom needed to contribute to the freedom movement. Bose's academic brilliance was evident, but it was his unwavering commitment to the cause of Indian independence that truly set him apart. His dedication to his studies was matched only by his passion for the nationalist cause, making him a standout figure among his peers. Bose's time at Presidency College was marked by his active involvement in student politics. He quickly rose to prominence as a leader among his fellow students, organizing protests and rallies to voice their collective dissent against British rule. He organized protests against the discriminatory policies of the British Raj and became a prominent voice of dissent. His ability to galvanize support and inspire action made him a formidable force in the student political arena. His courage and charisma drew the attention of nationalist leaders who saw in him the potential for greatness. They recognized his leadership qualities and his unwavering commitment to the cause, and they began to mentor and guide him. Little did they know that this young man from Cuttack would go on to become one of the most iconic figures in India's fight for independence. His journey from a small town in Odisha to the forefront of the freedom movement is a testament to his indomitable spirit and unyielding dedication to his country. In 1919, after graduating with honors from Presidency College, Bose traveled to England to prepare for the Indian Civil Service examination. This journey was not just a physical one, but also a significant step in his academic and professional life. England, with its rich history and academic institutions, was the ideal place for Bose to hone his skills and prepare for the challenges ahead. The ICS, the highest administrative cadre of British India, was seen as the pinnacle of success for aspiring Indians. It represented not only a prestigious career, but also an opportunity to influence the administration of their own country, albeit under British rule. A career in the ICS promised prestige, power, and financial security. For many, it was a dream come true, a chance to secure a stable and influential position in society. The rigorous selection process and the high standards required made it a highly coveted goal. Bose excelled in his studies and cleared the notoriously difficult ICS examination with flying colors, securing the 4th position. This was no small feat and highlighted his exceptional intellect and dedication. His success was celebrated by his peers and family, marking him as a rising star in the academic and administrative circles. This achievement was a testament to his exceptional intellect and unwavering determination. It showcased his ability to overcome challenges and excel in a highly competitive environment. However, despite his academic success, Bose felt a growing sense of unease. However, his heart yearned for something more, something beyond the confines of a colonial bureaucracy. The idea of serving under a foreign regime did not sit well with him. He began to question the true purpose of his life and the role he wanted to play in the future of his country. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre of 1919, in which hundreds of unarmed Indian civilians were brutally killed by British troops, deeply shook Bose. This tragic event was a turning point for many Indians, including Bose, who saw the brutal reality of British rule. The incident ignited a fire within him, a burning desire to dedicate his life to the liberation of his motherland. He realized that true freedom could not be achieved through serving the British administration, but through active resistance and struggle. He realized that true service to India lay not in serving the British Raj, but in dismantling it. This realization was profound and led him to reconsider his career path. He understood that his talents and efforts would be better utilized in the fight for independence. In a momentous decision that would alter the course of his life, Bose resigned from the ICS in 1921. This was a bold and courageous move, reflecting his deep commitment to the cause of Indian independence. This act of defiance sent shockwaves through British officialdom and inspired countless Indians. It was a powerful statement against colonial rule and a call to action for others to join the struggle for freedom. It was a clear signal that the youth of India were no longer content with subservience and were willing to sacrifice personal ambitions for the greater good of their nation. Bose's decision resonated with many young Indians who were eager to see their country free from colonial oppression. Bose's resignation from the ICS marked a turning point in his life, propelling him towards a path of revolutionary struggle and unwavering patriotism. His journey from a promising civil servant to a dedicated freedom fighter became an inspiration for generations to come, symbolizing the relentless pursuit of justice and independence. Upon his return to India, Bose plunged headlong into the maelstrom of the Indian independence movement. His arrival marked a significant turning point as he brought with him a renewed vigor and a sense of urgency that was palpable among the freedom fighters. He joined the Indian National Congress, the preeminent political organization fighting for India's freedom. The NNC was not just a political entity. It was the heart and soul of the independence movement, representing the hopes and aspirations of millions of Indians. The NNC at that time was led by Mahatma Gandhi, whose philosophy of non-violent resistance had captivated the nation. Gandhi's approach of satyagraha, or truth force, had inspired countless individuals to join the struggle for freedom. Bose, while respecting Gandhi's ideals, believed that more assertive methods were needed to achieve complete independence. He felt that the British would not relinquish control without a more forceful push. He advocated for a more active and confrontational approach towards the British, arguing that passive resistance alone would not suffice. Bose's vision was one of direct action and mobilization of the masses to challenge colonial rule head-on. His fiery speeches and unwavering commitment to the cause of complete independence resonated with the younger generation, who were eager for a more assertive stance against colonial rule. The youth saw in Bose a leader who was willing to take bold steps and make sacrifices for the nation's freedom. Despite their ideological differences, Gandhi recognized Bose's leadership qualities and charisma. Gandhi saw in Bose a potential leader who could galvanize the masses and bring a new dimension to the freedom struggle. Bose's popularity within the Inca soared, and he quickly rose through the ranks, holding several important positions within the organization. His ability to connect with people from all walks of life made him a beloved figure within the Congress. He served as the president of the All India Youth Congress and the mayor of Calcutta, proving his mettle as an able administrator and a visionary leader. His tenure in these roles showcased his dedication to public service and his ability to lead effectively. His tenure as the president of the INC in 1938 and 1939 marked a significant period in the organization's history. During this time, Bose worked tirelessly to strengthen the Congress and expand its reach. Bose's presidency was marked by his efforts to consolidate the nationalist movement and broaden its appeal across different sections of Indian society. He aimed to create a more inclusive movement that represented the diverse voices of India. He strived to bridge the gap between the moderate and radical factions within the INC, advocating for a united front against British rule. Bose believed that unity was essential for the success of the independence movement. His tenure, however, was short-lived. The ideological rift between Bose and the senior leaders of the INC, including Gandhi, began to widen. Differences with Gandhi and other senior leaders over the future course of the independence movement led to his resignation from the INC presidency in 1939, setting the stage for the next chapter in his extraordinary life. This marked the beginning of a new phase in Bose's journey, one that would see him take even more radical steps in his quest for India's freedom. Bose's resignation from the INC presidency did not dampen his revolutionary spirit. In 1939, he formed the Forward Bloc, a faction within the INC that advocated for complete independence and a more assertive approach towards the British. The Forward Bloc attracted a large following, particularly among the youth and those disillusioned by the moderate stance of the INC leadership. With the outbreak of World War II, Bose saw an opportunity to leverage the global situation to India's advantage. He believed that Britain's preoccupation with the war presented a golden opportunity for India to strike for its freedom. He argued that India should not be expected to support the British war effort without being granted independence. Bose's anti-British stance during the war, however, was met with swift and severe reprisal. The British Raj, viewing him as a dangerous threat, placed him under house arrest in Calcutta. Confined to his home, Bose was undeterred. His spirit remained unbroken, and he continued to strategize and communicate with his followers, plotting his next move. The fire of freedom burned brightly within him, and he was determined to find a way to reignite the flames of resistance against British rule.